Hi everybody, Patrick here from EngineeringShock.com. This is my fifth FPGA MOJO board project. I'm going to be filming all of my projects, and a lot of them end up working together because it's I essentially start with a counter, and then I implement a 7-segment display, and then I learned how to multiplex and made an accurate 1 second base timer, so I can time up to 99 minutes and 59 seconds. I've also added in a vibration sensor with a counter, and it all works together. So essentially, as soon as I press the button here, it's going to start the code, and so it's going to start the program. So I'm going to press the button. What's going to happen is this timer is going to count to 1 minute, and once it's at 1 minute, it'll shut everything off and reset all of the registers. That little vibration sensor, it's not overly sensitive, but it's sensitive enough usually to pick up a hit, and it'll count on this counter right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, there's a little LED there that lights up with every hit too. Let's see if I can activate it from over here. There we go. There we go. So we're at 6, a count of 6, and 33 seconds here, a count of 6 there. I'm not sure how well you can see it. So what I'll do is I'll turn off the light, and we'll finish out the 1 minute count. And at the end of this, everything turns off, everything's reset. I press the button to start it up again. And so that's the code here. I'm a beginner with FPGAs. I primarily code sequentially with PIC chips or Atmega chips with C and assembly code. So this is a wonderful, wonderful way for me to get back into working with essentially a hardware language. I haven't touched hardware language since college. I barely touched it. In fact, in college what we did was we typically, in our relatively short FPGA introduction, we used the schematic editor, and I wondered at the time why anyone would want to work with anything other than schematic editors. And now I'm working with. I checked out the schematic editor on this thing, and it's not a lot of fun. I'm using the Xilinx schematic editor, and I tried that for the first project, which is just a counter. That was fun, but then I started getting into the Verilog code. I'm by no means an expert. I'm probably the furthest thing from. Having some programming background did help me to get started a little faster, but there's so much stuff that can be done with these. This is kind of a rinky-dink project. I just wanted to add in a bunch of my previous projects into one, so I have a counter, a reset, a timer, a vibration sensor, and what I have, I started with this little board. It offers me a 2 hertz clock, which I don't need anymore. I just wanted something for my counter project. I've also got a debounced button here, which I'm using for this project. I didn't need it to be debounced, but it's the only switch on here, so it happens to be debounced already, so I saved me some coding. I've got a single 7-segment display here and some dip switches that offer on or off 0-1 logic. So if anyone out there wants the code to this, I'm terrible for commenting my code, but if you want to see it, I'm happy to share it on EngineeringShock.com, but I'm not going to do that unless anyone requests it specifically. I can also provide the UTC code. Sorry, is it UTC? I think it's the UTC file. UFC or UTC. I forget what it's called. Again, I'm a noob, so if you want to learn along with me, I'm going to essentially move backwards and take videos of my previous projects, which is a 99-minute, 59-second counter, just counting very accurately 1 second, 1 hertz rather. Maybe I'll show you the 7-segment display. The single 7-segment display project just counts automatically from 0 to 9, then resets. And maybe my first counter project, which turned on, which counted in binary on the included 4 of the 8 LEDs there. So I'll see about filming those projects separately. And again, if I do film those and you want to see the code, you can just ask, and you shall receive. For these projects specifically, getting into FPGAs is, it's very different. Hardware language is different than C, but if you have a bit of a programming background, you do pick it up pretty fast. Having a textbook or two or somebody who will help you get started is also really beneficial. My new friend Mark McLean gave me a hand. Thank you, Mark. Anyhow, thanks for watching. It's a fun little project. If you want to get into FPGAs, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun getting started, and the possibilities are endless. Have a great day, everyone.